Alright, so a couple things before we begin this video. One, I want to apologize and I want you to disregard any messiness you notice around me because Jess and I are packing. We're slowly packing as we're going to be moving, and my room's extremely messy here and the living room's messy, so forget that if you see it. So this video is going to be about the LMCC, how I've been studying, what I'm doing currently. I have just a week left, under a week. Today is Tuesday, my test is on Monday, and right now all I'm doing is some flashcards and some practice questions, and that's basically how I've been studying this entire time. And I'm gonna do some studying now, and then I'll get into a little bit more of how I've been studying over the last couple of weeks. Look who just got here. How you doing? You my study buddy? All right, so I'm gonna do right now is gonna go through a series of flashcards. These ones all for the LMCC that my friend Neil and I have prepped from some videos and just from doing like AMBOSS questions. And as you saw in my earlier video, is I'm gonna be using this remote control. I'm gonna do it sitting right now because I'm feeling lazy, but after that I'll switch to using the bike and get some exercise done. Now I'll be here making sure I am on task and not getting distracted, which happens a little bit way too often. I'm studying here and she's trying to get my attention. What do you want, Nala? Yeah. You want me to stop studying? You want me to pet you? Alright, I'm gonna take a quick study break. I was distracted when I studied, but I'm gonna make some coffee. It's basically lunchtime. I might eat. It's 11:38, so I'll eat something because we usually have our early dinner. And then we'll chat a little bit about how I've been studying and then what the resources that I use to study are. Alright, let's talk about some challenges that comes with the LMCC. Go get the ball. Go get it. The first challenge is really figuring out what are the resources that you can use and that won't break the bank. A lot of things, because they know you're going to become a doctor, are super expensive. So different programs like UWorld, AMBOSS, you have Canada Q Bank, you have the practice tests from LMCC themselves. So that's the first challenge. The second one is, once you have those resources, how do you go about actually studying? Do you just review all the notes first and lectures and then do practice questions, or you go straight into practice questions? These are thoughts that I've been having, and what I've been doing is a mix of both. I actually started heavy on just doing practice questions and then later started scaling back on the Q Bank and reviewing more notes and lectures. And I'll show you what those look like soon. The third challenge about studying for the LMCC, I would say, is actually getting over that procrastination, because during fourth year, I haven't been studying that much because I've been focusing on preparing for CARMs, writing the essays, preparing for interviews. And so my habit of studying every day has not been reinforced. And so one of the challenges that I've been having is that I am a procrastinator. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, been on social media, been working on my podcast and interviewing different guests. And it's so easy to do everything but study. And so that is one reason why I started studying earlier, so I can account for some of that procrastination. And creating videos is somewhat of a procrastination for me because I'm not actually studying. All right, those are some of the challenges that I face and that you might face when you're in a similar position in a couple of years. And hopefully those will help you. If you have any questions, please comment them down below. A couple of things that I try to do that don't involve studying are my daily routine kind of things, like wake up relatively early. I'm not really crazy about that. I go through my devotionals, so I read a passage in the Bible to maintain that habit. I pray. I try to do some daily exercises at home to stay fit. It's good for the brain. It's good for your body. It's the best supplement if you could put it in a pill form. Go out on daily walks with this one and throw a lot of frisbees for her. Try to eat healthy, a lot of animal protein and some veggies and fruits. I have a red light therapy, so I try to use that on a daily basis as well. And then when I'm procrastinating, I try to be somewhat productive when I do procrastinate, in the sense that my aim is to always be editing a video, coming up with a YouTube video idea, editing a podcast, or planning for the future in some way, shape, or form. That way I don't feel as bad about my procrastination. I find there are seasons in life where it's not that difficult, where I could easily wake up 5 a.m., do flashcards, study, and schedule things and get things done. But other times in life, especially now, it's really hard to be productive. Just the motivation is not there. So hopefully going into residency will be a new season of life, and I'll feel refreshed to be able to get back on the grind. Get back on the grind. You having fun? Just chewing my thumb. All right, I have an idea. Since we're still on the study break, let's take Nala out for frisbee. We'll go play outside. I'll show you guys a new camera that I have, a new angle that we can get, the Insta360. I don't think I'll do any talking. We'll be outside. I don't know what else to tell you. And then we'll come back inside and I'll show you the resources that I'm using. All right, sound good? Let's go. Oh my gosh. Nala, come on. Listen. Alright, this is a test video. I can see me here. So I have the camera in front of me. It's recording me. And at the same time, I can record Nala. So I just have to edit it and switch it to turn to her. And there she is. Oh, wow. That was a high jump. Okay. And now, go get it. Just a quick little tester video. The audio on this camera is not the best, but I think it is actually sufficient for vlogging. So let me know if you guys want to see some vlogs with this camera in residency. I think this is going to be a game changer because I'll be able to capture myself and what's happening all around me. So I'm actually really excited and how this is going to work. And I bought this specifically because I'm going to be going to South Africa with Jess, and I want to be able to have like a hands-off approach to recording things. All right, now back to the other camera and we'll jump to being inside. All right, we are back inside. So I'm recording my entire screen, really big screen here, so hopefully everything fits for you to see. And I'm just gonna go over the resources that I've been using. So starting first on the left, I have the LMCC study notes by a previous, I think he was a U Ottawa student, Tony, known as Tony Notes. So he created notes on all the LMCC objectives. It's 777 pages. Lately, I've been kind of skimming through a lot of them, highlighting and asking myself questions on the high yield topics that I think will most likely be on the exam. It's good to also just Command F and search a couple of things to verify accuracy. A couple of years old, so not the most accurate information for some of the updated resources. Here in the middle, I have my LMCC flashcard deck. Big girl. You good? All right. So in the middle, I have the flashcard deck here. For internal, these are my pre-made cards that I made during third year. Same with acute care. Amboss, I make cards as I do Amboss questions. So questions that I get wrong, I get to just revisit that information. And then Neil and we watched videos from Dr. High Yield, which I'll show you soon. and we made flashcards based off of those videos using ChatGPT. So what I did is I took the transcripts of the video, put it in ChatGPT, and gave it a couple of commands to make flashcards. So this is a really nice way to review all the high yield information that we need to know for our exams. And so on the right here, you see the channel Dr. High Yield. Highly recommend for those of you studying for clerkship tests and LMCC step 2, because you can listen to these as you're going for a walk. I put my earbuds in, and as I'm playing outside with Nala, I'm studying, I'm getting information in regards to the high yield topics. And he has every single subject, so internal medicine, emerge, family, psychiatry, and peds. So I've listened to a couple of these a couple of times, and then we made the flashcards. And then the other resource, the main resource that I've been using is Question Bank. So I'll come here, no, I'll stop. I'll make a question bank and select all the disciplines, select the ones that I think are going to be a high yield, make a question bank, do 40 to 70 questions. So what have I done over the past couple of weeks? I started off doing about 70 questions with the Q Bank on Amboss every day, and I realized that that was a little bit too much to stay on track. I actually got very tired and didn't look forward to it at all. But I got through about 300 to 400 questions, made a bunch of flashcards, and that was the start of my studying. As I talked to more residents, more colleagues that have written the exam, they started saying, you're studying too much, don't study too much. So then I took a step back, I didn't stress out too much, and I started to integrate the flashcards. So I would wake up, bike, do a couple hundred, 200 to 300 flashcards, then do some practice questions. Right now, I'm just doing whatever feels good, trying to balance out information that I haven't covered in a while and make sure that I fill in the gaps. So I'm trying to do 20 to 40 questions every day, every other day, but also cover a couple hundred flashcards and then skim the LMCC document. So it's a bit of a mess, a little bit confusing, but I hope it's going to give good results. The school, University of Ottawa, gives our entire class one free practice test for the LMCC. And so when I wrote it, I got a 59% on the multiple choice, and I got 70 something in a CDMQ. So I didn't pass the MCQ. I was like 1% off. When I asked a resident if that was good enough, he said that he did better on the final than he did on the practice exam. So I'm not too worried, because all I need is that 1 or 2% to pass. But obviously I'm going to continue studying hard, continue filling in the gaps of knowledge that I have so that I don't underperform, and so that my confidence goes up and knowledge for sure. So that's the plan right now. A little bit each day, doing review and questions, and also just relaxing, not stressing out too much, not being too focused or too hard on myself if I don't get a YouTube video done or a podcast done. Right now, it's kind of still a survival game of juggling as many things as possible while avoiding burnout, but still being productive. A little confusing. I hope this video was helpful. Please like the video and leave a comment in regards to anything that I said. If you have any questions in regards to studying, LMCC, raising a dog in 4th year in med school, anything, put it in the comment section below and I will create a video about that, or a short video about that. I hope you have a wonderful day, and if you like this video, then you're definitely going to like this one.